It is the 27th of May, and it's been boiling hot in the UK the past 3 days, 4 days. I've lost count. I'm just boiling here. But guys, I'm doing something crazy, and I thought I need to vlog it. I am once again applying to uni. Which sounds crazy because I just finished my psychology degree. Well, not just. It's been like a full year since I finished my psychology degree. And then I did end up starting a master's, and then I kind of quit. And then I was just in a big limbo, or whatever you want to call it, for the past few months, the past 5 months. And I've been applying for jobs for the whole of the past year. I've been applying for jobs, part-time, full-time, all of them. I've been going to interviews, I've been applying for graduate schemes, I've been applying for all kinds of things, and I didn't get anything. So here we are again, applying to uni. I have decided, and this might come as so random, but I will explain. I have decided to apply to uni again and do a course on midwifery. So, if you guys don't know what midwifery is, midwifery leads to you becoming a midwife, and a midwife is someone who supports a woman throughout their pregnancy, their childbirth, and a bit after as well, with like breastfeeding and things like that. Yeah, how did this come about? So, I originally wanted to go into medicine. I don't know how much I've talked about this already or not, but when I chose my A levels, instead of biology and chemistry maths, which I needed for medicine, I went on to choose psychology, sociology, and maths. And then I couldn't apply for medicine anymore, so I ended up going with psychology. But I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, and yeah, I did not like it. Like, it had some interesting moments, but I just wasn't in love with it. One, I can't see myself in a psychology career, and two, they won't even hire me. That's where I'm at with psychology. And so, back to the story. So I was going to go into medicine and study to be a doctor, and that has always been at the back of my mind, like, that is what I wanted to do. Is that still a thing I could do? And the answer is no. Because I do not have a healthcare background. I don't have biology A levels. I don't have a healthcare related degree, because psychology is classed as social sciences. If I studied life sciences, which is like biology, chemistry, things like that, then I would have been able to go into medicine as like a graduate entry. But yeah, I just cannot with my current qualifications. And also with medicine, it's not funded as a second degree or as a master's degree, as I understand. So in the UK, there's this thing called student finance, and they basically give you loans to support you study. So throughout undergraduate university, you get what's called a tuition fee loan and a maintenance loan. Tuition fee is what covers your tuition fee, and maintenance loan is what goes directly to you, and it's to support your living costs while you're at uni. So it's so you don't have to work next to uni, but it's not enough for that, to be honest. So a lot of people do work. But anyway, so that's for like undergrad degree. And then for masters, there's the master's loan, and that's like both of these in one. So some of it goes for your tuition, and a little tiny bit is left for your maintenance, and that's not really good enough for anything. With this student finance, you can use this for, I think it's 4 years, and medicine itself is 5 to 6 years as a degree. So for the last 2 years, I believe, the NHS funds some of your degree. I'm not sure exactly in what capacity they fund it, but they do help with the funding somewhat. That is if it's your first degree, right? So all of this, it's your first degree. With the master's loan, you can use that again and again, I believe. But with the undergraduate support, you can only use it once. Unless you do what's called exceptional courses as your second degree. So in this, it includes nursing, midwifery, occupational therapy. Operational department, I think, kind of ambulance and things like that. There's a bunch of things included in it, as like, if you do this career, then okay, we'll fund it again because people are needed in that career. Yeah, so with midwifery, it's funded again the same way as my psychology degree was funded. So with the tuition fee paid for and also my maintenance. If I would have tried to go into medicine as an undergraduate entry, one, I wouldn't have got in because of my qualifications, and two, I wouldn't have been able to fund it because I've got no money myself. So, and I would have had no government support. So that is how I kind of got into like, okay, so not medicine, but what could I possibly do in healthcare? And that is where all these exceptional courses came to light. And I have always been interested in women's health. And whenever I thought of doing a PhD in psychology, I was always thinking, oh, something to do with like women's health and something to do with either neurodiversity and women's health, or just something to do with like how the menstrual cycle and its phases and periods and how that affects women, just how it affects women really. But every time I tried to look into that as a PhD, usually it needed, again, a background in healthcare, which I did not have. And as a psychologist, the only like biological thing people mainly focus on is the brain and its workings, not like the body as a whole. And I was always thinking more of the body as a whole because I don't know, that just what interests me. Like, obviously, the brain is great and I love to know like the different areas of the brain and so on. But I do want to know more about the body as a whole, especially women's female health. So yeah, that is kind of what led me to midwifery, which is, to me, being a midwife is kind of a mix of being a doctor, a mix of being a nurse, and just supporting women's health. So that sounds like a great career. I honestly don't know why I haven't thought of it before. I am fine in situations of blood and throwing up and just kind of, I don't want to say gory, just like kind of bodily fluid situations. Like, I'm finding situations like that because when I was thinking of going into medicine, I went into situations like that and I made sure I was fine with things like that, and that it was like a realistic career for me. So I would be fine as a midwife in that case. And also with my psychology background, I think I would feel more confident in just having those initial consultations with women, like thinking about safeguarding and making sure they're okay and things like that. I think that is like a key thing. But yeah, that is a way too long explanation of how I got to applying on UCAS again. But here we go. So I wanted to show you guys the whole of the UCAS application because I never got to do it when I applied the first time. And I do think it's, I don't know, it's interesting and it's good to know about it if you're applying for uni or you want to apply for uni or anything like that. So I guess let me just take you through it. Okay, so this is the website itself. So once you make an account, this is kind of your dashboard. So when you apply to uni, you can put in 5 choices. This is my choices right now. I've only got 3 so far because 2 of the ones I was looking at, I think their course is full already, so I can't really add them. But when you do add a choice, you need to put the uni, you need to put the course, and where you plan to study, when you want to start, and so on. So you can start a year later. Not all courses accept this, so you do need to check with your uni before, but you can put a year later start date. And yeah, but with this bit, with the choices, so I've obviously put midwifery for all of them, but you can actually put whatever you want. Say I put Edge Hill again, you can put the same uni twice, and then I could put a different course, say like that, and I could add that as like an option. But the thing with putting different courses is that you do only have one personal statement. So these are all the options. These are all the sections that you have to fill in. Just kind of an overview. I'm not going to go into these because obviously it has my personal details. I just do want to show you the personal statement. So this is like really important when it comes to applying. And you have only this many characters to use. And basically, when I first applied, it was just one big section. Now it's 3 different sections. So don't read too much into what I wrote, okay? But this is the first question. Why do you want to study this course or subject? And then it kind of gives an explanation. There is a guide to like write in your personal statement, and there's honestly so much into like how to write a personal statement, like so much support if you do need it. But yeah, that's question 1. And then this is question 2. And then this is question 3. And then with each section, you have to mark it as complete and save, and then it ticks it over here. Otherwise, it's pending. So if I do this, then when I go back here, see it says in progress, and also at the bottom here, it says in progress. So let me just go back and tick that. And then yeah, so with your personal statement, you obviously have to explain why you want to study that course, why you would be good for it, and so on. So if you do add like different courses, you might not be able to explain it for each course that well because of the limited word count. But if you add like similar courses, so if I added nursing and midwifery, that would be like not the exact same obviously, but it's a similar kind of health profession, so you might be able to get away with that. But if I added like creative writing as one of my options, I probably wouldn't be able to explain it that well why I want to do either midwifery or creative writing. So your personal statement, all of your choices see that, so you can't like add a different one for a different choice. This is for everyone. And then I don't remember having this in the past, references. I don't know if it's because I'm applying as a mature student and like I don't have this center connection. So if you apply for your college, you're connected to your college, and I think they might be able to, get a reference through there. But for me, I have to add a separate reference. And other than that, that's basically it for the application. All of these is just really personal details that you just have to fill in about you. So those are, I think, self-explanatory. That's like the actual application itself. If you looked at these options, it does say for each of my options there may be an assessment. So for midwifery, the university calls you in for like an interview. I'm scared because I'm in the very early stages of this. Like, after I submit, they still have to assess my application, decide if they want to call me in for an interview. I need to kind of pass that interview, and then they still need to give me an offer, like decide if they want to give me an offer. And if they give me an offer, that's when I can like accept that offer and like actually go and study with them from end of September/October time. So this is me giving you guys the whole journey from the very start. um I did also already apply for student finance because I want to make sure my finances are sorted even if I don't get in. Like, with the student finance, you can apply at any time from like March, and you apply for like the next academic year. So if you start in September, you can apply from March. And with student finance, it takes a bit of time for them to process your application, for you to send like all the evidence they need, and then they still need to process that. You can change you can change any details, to be honest, like after you apply, but mainly the university and the course. You can call them up or do a live chat with them and change that at any time, and you can also cancel at any time. So I already submitted my student finance application because I know it takes a while for them to assess my situation, and I also do want to be sure that if I do get a place on this course and if I do want to take it, I am able to fund it the way I heard that I could fund it. So if they say, oh, but this is your second degree and no, we don't want to offer you funding for that, which shouldn't be the case because this is like a special course. But for whatever reason, if they say no, we can't fund that, and you would get no funding, or I would get like limited funding, I wouldn't able to go and do this course. So then I would not be allowed to accept an offer or a place at this uni. If I do get an offer, that's the thing with this, like, I don't know if I'm gonna get in, which is like exciting and terrifying in the same at the same time. But yeah, my like top choice at the moment is Chill University. So that's where I did my psychology degree, and that's where I work at the moment too. And I guess I'm just in love with the uni, and also it's close to my hometown, so I would be able to commute in. I have no intention of moving out again and doing all that jazz. With midwifery as well, it wouldn't be like my psychology degree was, in the sense that it's all theory. So it's kind of theory, but you do a lot of placement. A lot of placement hours at like different settings. So in like community settings and hospitals, and that obviously it's connected to the uni, but it's like all around the uni. So with the uni being in Ormskirk, the placement could be in Liverpool, it could be, I think Liverpool is the main one, but it could be Liverpool, St. Helens, like all around the northwest, technically. So my other options, University of Manchester and University of Salford, those are great options too, but those would be like a farther commute because Manchester for me is a bit to the side and a bit further away, and also the list of like hospitals and trusts they work with, it would be a bit further for me. So Chill is like my top choice. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. That is where we are. I do just need to submit the reference thing now, and once that is completed, then I can submit the actual application, and then it's just a waiting game. Okay guys, it is the next day, 28th of May, and I have relocated to my mum's room because my room is overheating, and it's fully dark now because I ain't letting that sunshine in when it's that hot. I got 2 emails this morning confirming that my manager has sent the reference back, so we can submit my UCAS application. So that is freaking crazy. I think I'm just gonna keep my choices to these 3 and hope for the best. Okay, I have marked my choices complete. Oh, it's ready to send. Oh my god, it's ready to send. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to send it. I'm gonna double check all my details, all the sections, all the personal statement and everything. And then I'll get back to you guys when we send. Okay, this is it. 3 choices. I've done it 100%. Reference received. And it's ready to send, oh my god. Oh, it makes me review it anyway. That was a bit pointless me going through it just then. Terms and conditions, eh? Application fee. Is there an application fee? Okay, I have read and understood. What do you mean? Oh my god, there's actually a fee. No way. I was not aware of this. Since when is there a fee? I don't remember having to pay a fee. Is this because I'm a mature student? Maybe. $28.95. Wow. Okay guys, crisis averted. We can keep going with the application. I asked my mum for some money because my pay actually comes through tomorrow. So yeah, but I really want to submit today, like as soon as possible. I don't want to leave it to tomorrow. So yeah, is this a new thing? I don't remember paying to submit an application back when I first did it. Or is it free for like people who come straight from college? I don't know. And there's the ice cream truck. But yeah, this caught me off guard, but we're getting past it. It's fine. Oh my god. It's done. Guys, I've just googled it. There's been application fees since the 1960s. So this is not a new thing. But it does say there's a fee waiver for people who might have been on free school meals during their secondary education, or if they're a care leaver. And I think that's what I might have had last time, because I was on free school meals in high school. AKA, we were broke. But yeah, I guess that's what happened. I don't know why I never thought UCAS had an application fee. Like, I knew master's degrees had application fees. Yeah, I wasn't aware that undergraduate applications needed a fee. But you learn something new every day. Okay, I got an email that my application has been sent to the unis. So now this overview page has updated, and it says the unis have until the 15th of July to respond to my choices. So waiting on 3. Hopefully we'll get at least one offer, and I can add more choices here if I want, because there is still 2 choices that I haven't used out of the 5. And then over here, for each one, there is these 2 options to change this to something else or permanently withdraw. So yeah, that is where we are. Okay, mini update. It's the 29th of May and my student finance got approved. So if I get a place, when I get a place, the money part is fine. Financially, I will be okay. As for the actual application, UCAS has sent it to the unis yesterday, I think. And then today I got 2 emails out of the 3 unis, and it was just thank you emails. I got one from Edgehill and one from the Uni of Salford. They just said they were like, thank you for replying, we'll get back to you as soon as possible, things like that. So yay! It is Friday today, so I don't expect anything else. I mean, it's past 6 p.m, so I don't expect any other updates today, and not in the next 2 days because it's the weekend, but hopefully next week we'll have some more solid stuff to work with. Plot twist, It's still the same day, 8:30 at night, and half an hour ago I got an email from the Uni of Manchester for to confirm my application, to say like, thank you for applying, we'll get back to you soon. And I know these emails are like just like not that much of a big deal, but I'm just happy that they all got back to me. All the free unis now, they got back to me. I know it doesn't mean anything because there's obviously still like them having to invite me in for an interview and then give me an offer and so on, but I'm just happy they got my application. So woohoo! We have a uni update. I'm trying not to be upset. I got rejected. Not rejected. HL emailed me from someone from their admissions team, and they said they received a high volume of applications and unfortunately they can't offer me an interview for midwifery. But because of my strong application and amazing personal statement, they want to offer me an interview for adult nursing, which it's a similar role, but it obviously is very different. Like, midwifery would have been, you know, just caring for women throughout their pregnancy, whereas nursing is like, adult nursing especially is like everyone, isn't it? It's a very different role. They said they're gonna send me more information about the interview in like an upcoming email, but they haven't sent the upcoming emails, so I don't know nothing. After I applied is when I looked more into the midwifery student community. That's when I saw like how I knew it was competitive, but like I didn't know how competitive it was, and I was a bit too confident when I applied, considering it was a very late application. Yeah, I mean, I'm still waiting for the other two unis to get back to me, but HL was the one I really wanted. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. So they updated my UCAS application. So now it says I have an offer for adult nursing. So my other two are still here. Oh, this has changed. And then it's a conditional offer. So you go on it, and I still would have to pass an interview and send them my details and things like that. DBS check and so on. Okay, still the 2nd of June, and after thinking about it a lot, I don't know what to do with HL. If they give me an interview, I'll go to the interview for nursing, but I'm not sure if that's like what I want to do. So I actually added the University of Greater Manchester as a 4th option to my UCAS. The thing with this one is the intake starts from January, not September. That just wouldn't be ideal for me. It would mess with my brain in terms of like the academic year. It would be great in terms of like the actual year, like, oh, January start, I assume December finish. I don't know. I added it because I really want to go into midwifery. I really do. Like, I know I really wanted to go to HL, and like that was my main thing. But thinking of doing nursing instead of midwifery really made me think like, oh my god, I really do want to do midwifery. So I wanted to use up all my options. I still have one option left, like one choice to add in terms of a uni. I was gonna add UCLan, which the University of Lancashire, which I'm gonna be really honest is a very bad uni. And I say that from not just hearsay, like that's from personal experience. That's where I was gonna do my masters and then quit. So that was a lot to do with the uni as well as the course, but a lot of it to do with the uni. So yeah, I was gonna add that, even though I hated the idea of it, but I wanted to give myself another option for midwifery because I do really want to do it, but they're full. So I'm really running out of options because I have to be local. I literally started looking at like a bit further away that could like still be possible. Birmingham and Staffordshire, and what was the other one? I even looked at Leeds. Like I looked at a bunch of unis, but it's not realistic with the commute. Like the main ones around me would be like Liverpool, but that's full. Manchester, I've applied to those. Preston, that's UClan, it's full. I really want to add something else as my like last choice, but I'm running out of ideas. Hello guys, it is the next day, 3rd of June, and I just wanted to give a little update because yesterday I went a bit crazy. I know I said I added the Uni of Greater Manchester, but I actually changed that to something else now, and I also added a 5th choice. So locally there was no unis left, so I was like, okay, realistically, could this work if I move out of my home again? Could I possibly get an offer somewhere else where I can move to, explore a new place, live at a new place for 3 years and just have like a proper uni adventure? I ended up googling a list of like all the unis doing midwifery. We split it by sections, so like Yorkshire, West Midlands, East Midlands, London, so on, Scotland, Northern Ireland, there was everything. And then one by one I like slowly moved them to the nope category from the maybe. And then I ended up narrowing it down to 2 unis. London. It's not like a dream city. I don't know. Sometimes I just have a thing like, oh, would be nice to go to London. Like, I know it's so expensive and oh my god, but would be nice to live there for a little bit. So I was like, okay, there's the University of East London that has a decent course and has good placements, and obviously the transport connection over there is amazing. I actually added Uni of East London to my application this morning instead of Uni of Greater Manchester, because Uni of Greater Manchester, one, Bolton is like a no from me, and two, the January start, I just can't. And then the final option that I actually added in the middle of the night, that is called the no, it's not the Uni of, it's the Montfort. I don't know how you pronounce it, and I hate that I don't know that, but it's in Leicester, right? I think I know how to pronounce that, right? De Montfort Uni, yeah. So that was like my top choice, even though I was looking at the transport, and it has good transport, but it's not as good as Birmingham or London. I was looking at the modules as well, and for some reason I just liked it. With these 2 unis, I was obviously looking at the accommodation as well because I would have to move there. So the London accommodations is just awesome and expensive, so that is like, that's okay, like that's not a question. With the Leicester one, I wasn't that much of a fan of the accommodation, however it is like one of the cheapest out of the ones I was looking at. So let me just show you my updated application. Okay, so now we have 5 choices with 1 decision received, this offer, and then these are the new ones. Oh my god, guys, 5th of June, and I got an interview for midwifery. It's at the De Montfort Uni, the one in Leicester. That was like one of the additional options I added not long ago, and they already got back to me to say invitation to interview. It's online, so that's great. So I don't have to like travel, and now I have to book it. So oh my god. Also, the Uni of East London has set up like their application portal for me, and I have to upload my English and Maths GCSEs and this like student declaration form. I had to declare if I had any like criminal records and things like that, and where I lived for the past 5 years, and just a bunch of like admin. I submitted all that yesterday, 4th of June, so just waiting on them to get back to me. Oh my god, 9th of June. That's next week. It's the 8th of June and it's Monday, and I just got an email from University of East London to book an interview. So I got access to the portal last time, and then this time the email came and it said, oh, you have more to-dos in the portal. And the first to do was book an interview, and the second bit is to upload my degree certificate and my A-level certificates. Guys, I got an interview. Very excited. Okay, so the email does say that there is limited spaces for interviews and to book as soon as possible, so we need to get booking. So I've just clicked on book an interview, and then these are the options. We're just gonna go select 9 to 4. Oh god. Time. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's that's better than 9 to 4. Should we say 10 or 11? Let's say 10. That's it. That's done. We booked it. Woohoo! Guys, I have 2 interviews this week. So I've got the DMU one tomorrow, and then the London one on Friday. Freaking out a bit. So we have 45 minutes till our first interview at DMU for midwifery, and I'm stressing, but at the same time I'm like, I've prepared. Like, I really prepared this time. I mean, I usually prepare for interviews, but I feel like I've overdone it this time, and I practice so much and I know my stuff, and I'm actually kind of feeling confident, which to me is an unusual feeling. But at the same time, I'm scared that I'm like overconfident and that I'm gonna get caught off guard, and yeah. So that is where we are. 45 minutes to go. Interview done, and I was told at the very start that I'm not allowed to talk about the questions, so I'm not allowed to talk about the questions, but as much as I prepared, there were some bits that threw me off. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I think it actually went okay, so I'm happy with that. They said I will hear back in a week at latest, so that's all I've got. Hopefully we'll get an offer, and hopefully I'll get an offer for the September cohort, because they told me there's a September and a January cohort, and I really want to start in September, as I have said, so hopefully. Guys, still the same day. So I've had my DMU interview, right? It's a few hours later, and I just got a phone call, and I was like, huh, from Manchester. That could possibly be, it could be a lot of things. It could be like one of the many jobs I applied to in the past year, or it could be from the unis, Salford or Manchester. And guys, It was from the Uni of Salford, and the lady said that they looked at my application, and the admissions lead wants to put on a last minute interview, and it would be at Friday 11 o'clock, and if I'm okay with that, guys. So obviously I was like, yeah, I'm good with that, guys. 10 o'clock is when I booked the London interview for. Yeah, so it's gonna be London interview. Hopefully it won't last the hour. It is only supposed to last half an hour, so it should be okay. 10 o'clock London interview, 11 o'clock Salford. That's bloody crazy. She did say it's gonna be online. So that's great, because I could not travel to Salford right now if I have the interview before it. The other interview. And yeah, apparently she's sending me the email. I'm freaking out because Salford is a local one, and that's the one I was like really waiting for. But I thought it was full because they just never got back to me. And same with the Uni of Manchester. But I honestly, if I could choose, I would want Salford over Uni of Manchester. Oh my god, I got an offer. A conditional offer for DMU. The one I had the interview for yesterday. It is the next day, the 10th of June. And I got an offer. So freaking excited. Obviously, I would prefer to go local to Salford, and I am still waiting for the interview for that. And obviously there's the London interview as well, so not getting too excited yet, but it's nice to know I do have a place if the other ones don't work out. But oh my god, guys, look at this. So there's the nursing still, and we've got a midwifery offer. Oh yeah. I can't remember if I said this before, but they gave me an offer for the September start instead of the January one, and the September one was the one I wanted. So, oh my god. Oh my god, guys. It's Friday the 12th of June, which means we made it to the double interview day. And last night, I realised that I don't have an interview link for my London interview, and that's the earlier one at 10 a.m. So this is gonna be a fun day. It's currently 8 a.m. Yeah, 8 a.m, not p.m. 8 a.m, and I tried calling them. Their phone line's open at 9. I did send like an inquiry back when I booked the interview, and they still haven't responded to that. And what I uploaded then, they still haven't like acknowledged it. So yeah, that is where we are. So I don't actually know if this interview is going to be going ahead because I don't have a link for it. It is definitely online. I did double check like 100 times. It says online everywhere I look. Currently in the queue with the...
Thank you for your patience. Your call is still in the queue, and a member of our team will answer as soon as they become available.
At least the music is upbeat. It is 9:05, so the interview is in 55 minutes. They actually answered the phone pretty quick. It's 10 past now, and the lady just said, oh, you'll get your link in 15 to 30 minutes before your interview. Okay. I'm pretty sure on the website it said like 4 days in advance or at latest 24 hours in advance, but okay, if you say that today, I shall be waiting. She said keep an eye on your emails. I always do. But yeah, that is where we're up to. It's 9:52. I have been in the live chat with the Uni of East London since 9:43 because I still haven't received an email link, and they said half an hour to 15 minutes before, and now it's 8 minutes before and I still haven't got anything. But yeah, now I'm in the chat with them and they're just making me wait. Hopefully they're sorting things out in the background. I really don't know if this is gonna go ahead. Hopefully it will. But if it like gets delayed or anything, I'm terrified because my other interview for Salford starts at 11 and this needs to finish before that. So stressing, but in terms of like the actual interview side of it, I feel confident. So yeah, that is where I'm at. Still no interview link. 9:53. Yeah. It's nearly 10. And then this is our chat. They said please keep an eye on it. I did. Nothing has come through. Is it still going ahead? Oh, they might reschedule for you. Well, please do, because it's supposed to start now. And I've got no interview link. Well, I guess it was gonna be too tight anyway with the 2 interviews, so I guess I'm kind of happy I don't have to do this one, but at the same time I was ready and oh, wait. Oh, okay. I just got an email it got cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. Please use the applicant portal to reschedule for the next available date. Well, let's do this then. It's so funny they say like, oh, you have to book an interview date within 3 days or your whole application could be withdrawn, but then they don't give you the link to go to the interview. They don't give you that 3 days notice, and they just reschedule at the time of the interview. Like they cancel like 2 minutes past the interview time. Sorry, I'm a bit pissed off. Okay, 19th of June is the next date available, so that is next Friday. Well, I guess we just gotta try again next week then. Apparently there's 12 places left. Let's try 10 o'clock again. It's actually a bit hilarious, not gonna lie. Last night when I realised I don't have an interview link, I was like, this is not gonna go ahead. And I kind of knew it, but obviously I was stressing about it. And now here we go again. Let's try again next Friday. Okay, well, we've got 56 minutes till the Salford interview. So fingers crossed for that one. Okay guys, take 2. 10:50, so 10 minutes until my Uni of Salford interview, and I'm scared because apparently this is a group interview and I don't think I've had one of those before. Like, I did one at uni once, just like a fake practice one, but never actually a full-on group interview that actually counts. And Salford is the one that I really want to get into because it's close to where I live now. Also, it's bloody freezing, but I don't have like a professional cardigan or like a professional blazer or anything to put on. So I'm just gonna have to stay like this and freeze. But hopefully once we get into the interview, I'm gonna be stressing anyway and sweating, so I should be fine. For this Salford one, I do have the booking link already. Booking link? The meet and link already, so hooray. And now it's 51 and it said do not enter your interview until 10 minutes before the start time, so we're past the 10 minutes. I can enter, but I think I'll wait till 55 because I don't like being too early. Anyway, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I know my stuff. I'm good. It's an online meeting, not an in-person one. It's fine. I've got this, right? I've got this. It's done. 12:07 and I've just left the meeting. That was such a weird interview. It didn't feel like an interview, but at the same time it did. I did not like it. The group setting, it made me just cringe and overthink my answers and everything. So there was questions that I had to answer verbally, but like it was just one at a time in the group setting, and like everyone had the same question and we all heard each other's answers. Like we all just went after each other. And I just felt like I heard the other people's answers and I was like, oh my god, that's so good. But like I already had an answer prepared. So when it came to me, I was like, I'm kind of just repeating what other people said, but at the same time, other people said more. Should I be saying that? But then it just feels weird. Like it feels like the person who got to go first, they could give like the actual original answer, and then everyone else's answer was like kind of influenced by everyone else. And then there was there was the verbal answer, and then there was answers in the chat. So it was a Teams meeting and there's a chat bar at the side and you can put answers in there for 2 questions, 2 verbal questions, 2 chat answer questions. And that was more fair, I would say, because they said like, oh, do not send it until we say, and then like when we say send it now, then we all send it at the same time. So it's like it's more fair, I would say. But even with those, it was like they used the same scenario, and I do get that it was different questions, but like what we already answered verbally basically was like the kind of answer we were going to put in the chat. So again, it was all influenced by what we already said and like what we heard from other people. So I don't know, it was just a weird one. I never had a group interview like this before. New experience unlocked. And yeah. Oh, and at the end there was a reflective task again to answer in the chat, and then when we've done that we could leave. Yeah, it felt a bit weird with there being like no proper goodbye, which was, yeah, I guess it's just how it is. I guess there was time for questions, but at the same time they like turn the cameras and mics off, so they were there, like we could talk to them, but at the same time it would have just been really awkward. They did say there is an open day tomorrow, which I'm actually hopefully going to. I mean, not hopefully, definitely. I've got my train ticket booked. I've got my bus ticket. I do have everything booked, and the actual open day as well. And what stresses me out the most with this like group interview situation is that I'm a late applicant. So I don't know if there's any places left or like how many places there are left, but there was 5 of us in this interview. So is there possibly 5 places left, or is it like 1 or 2 places and we're just all kind of competing? I don't really like the idea of competition, because all of these people were just great. Like all of them said such good things for all the questions. I was just like, I'm not gonna say I didn't feel like I had the right to be there, because I did. Like my answer was good as well, I would say. But yeah, their answer was good as well. And I wouldn't wanna I just feel like I don't want to take their place because they were all so good. So why should I get it over them, you know? But yeah, that is where we are. Right, so my mum's filming. All I saw is that I have a lot of emails, and one of them is the ucas track has been updated. So hopefully it's answer from Salford. Okay, that email doesn't say anything. Oh, and there's no other email from anything, so I guess we have to log into ucas. Right. What? I have to click go to application. Okay, it says I have 3 out of 5 decisions. Yes! You get it? Yeah. Salford. Yay! Look at that. And then still waiting on these two. They haven't been in touch whatsoever. And then that's the interview that got rescheduled. So it is Wednesday the 17th of June. Still the same day as when I got the Salford offer. I just forgot to say the date at the start. And I have thought long and hard about this. And I think I'm gonna remove the choice of University of Manchester and University of East London from my UCAS application because I already have the offer that I really wanted. These were just kind of, if nothing goes right, then I would love this. And yeah, I don't see the point in keeping them. To be honest, University of Manchester, they acknowledge my application and they haven't been in touch since. So that is a goodbye from me. Why do I want to withdraw? I no longer want to apply to this uni. Yes. And then I need to type withdraw in capital letters. Okay, confirm. Okay, that has been withdrawn. And then East London, I really wanted to try the interview for it and to see if I could actually get into a uni in London, but I just wouldn't go there. I got my local offer at Salford, and I've also got the DMU offer at Leicester, so there's no point of keeping this option. And also they were horrible with the interview, and I understand it needed to be cancelled, but the lack of communication prior to it being cancelled was just terrible. And also the meeting link situation is just a mess. I'm supposed to have the second it's not the second interview, the kind of rescheduled interview on Friday. It's Wednesday, still haven't received no meeting link for that, so I honestly don't I don't support that. And then yeah, so I think I'm gonna put Uni of Salford for my firm choice, so that's the main one I want. All of these are conditional offers, but I've already met all the conditions as far as I'm aware. The condition for Salford was to send the degree certificate, which I've just done, and also they're assessing me to see if I'm a UK or international student. And I'm a UK student, by the way. Apparently, if you're an international student, it says you will be required to pay £5,500 study deposit. This is non-refundable. That's crazy. Thank God I'm not an international student. But yeah. So, Salford for my firm choice, and then DMU for my insurance choice. And then Edge Hill goes in the bin. Just because I don't actually want to do nursing. I wanted to keep it as a backup option, a very, very last backup option, because I love Edge Hill, but I don't want to do nursing. Okay, so I have withdrawn those two choices, these two, and then I've got this offer, and then this. And then now it says I can reply to my offers. Oh my god. Yeah, so I have to select two, a firm choice and a conditional choice. A firm and an insurance. Yeah. Okay. Right. Salford. Okay. Oh my god, I'm doing it. This is crazy. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, and select an optional insurance choice. This is what I didn't have last time, because last time I just got a chill and then I cancelled all the other applications and I had no insurance choice. It was just a chill. Okay. Salford, DMU. Oh my god. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, you can win a prize. Nice. Okay, check what happens next. Oh, fine. I'll open this in a separate window. Return. What does it say now? Okay. Waiting for confirmation. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is very exciting and also crazy. But yeah, that's the full conditional offer, if anyone was curious. It's the 20th of June, and I just thought I'd close this video off, really. So it's crazy what this past month has been. It's been nearly a month since I applied. Yeah, now here we are. I got an offer and I got two offers and I'm very happy with both, and I hope to obviously get into Salford. I mean, all the conditions on both offers I've already met. It's only really the occupational health check that I haven't had done for either of them yet, because that's something they need to get in touch to do with me. And yeah, that hasn't been done yet. But I've got obviously all my academic qualifications, I've got my DBS check, I've got, I don't know what else they wanted, but that's basically it. So hopefully it's all going ahead. It should be. There's literally no reason it shouldn't, but I'm still a bit skeptical. I don't know. It just happened so fast. Even though it dragged out for a month, I feel like it was just so fast-paced and I was so hopeful, and then a chill crushed me, and then I got hopeful again, and then Salford gave me an offer. And yeah, I don't think I've fully processed yet what this means, and me actually going back to uni from September and going to a different uni, a different course. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just a lot, but yeah, life update, I guess. Hope you enjoyed this very long video, and hopefully some people find it informative and useful for their applications. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.